Actually, well, welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine. This is the talk show and podcast for parents. I'm JR Celeste, your host and publisher of Successful Parenting Media. Now, I want you to share this broadcast with all of your friends and followers. Then don't forget to leave your comments and questions, and we'll do our best to answer them after the show. You want to do that early because we are only a half-hour show. Sometimes we go over, I admit, but half hour, and it takes a little bit of time for your comments to show up backstage. So make sure that you guys sign in early. All right, now, today, I'm happy to say our guests are Manya and Nathaniel Love with their lovely daughter, Bella Rose. Hi, guys.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good. Now, if you don't know Bella Rose from her viral video in 2019, when she told the Grinch to put some God into you, mister, I thought that was so sassy. I was like, go ahead, girl. But you will know her soon from her acting and music career because she is a child prodigy. So let's talk about how she did this and tell me more about that time when she went viral.
Absolutely. So Bella Rose, since the age of 2, has always been a child that's just kind of always spoke her mind. And so, I mean, Nathaniel and I, we've definitely we have definitely encouraged it as much as possible in a challenging it in a positive way. And so we really want her to be strong and empowered, as well as our other 2 daughters. And so during this instance, we just so happened to have a recital, and we walked outside, and I'll let Bella Rose tell you exactly what happened. So tell them what happened.
So I really wanted to meet the Grinch. And I finally got my chance. And then I had realized this Grinch does not like Christmas. So I went up to him and said, "You don't like the spirit of Christmas. Put some God in you, mister."
and it just we posted the video, we shared it, and I mean everyone picked it up. News outlets across the country, Yahoo News. I mean it was just a whirlwind since then. And so different acting agencies picked her up and chose her to be a client, and I mean it's just been up from there.
That is a blessing. That is amazing. Congratulations. What
Thank
a way
you.
to start a career. All right, so let's talk about her music career. What was the impetus for Bella Rose entering the music industry? Was it just the video, or is it that she had this talent you knew before the video? How did this come about?
Well, when it comes to the music, my wife had been begging me for months to write her a song. And I said, well, no, I'm not going to write a song because I know how I get. And I don't want to be too rough on her. So she had me cleaning up downstairs one day, and get out of cleaning, I said, I'm going to write her a song. And so I wrote her a song. And this was during the pandemic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, during the pandemic. So everybody was on quarantine. I wrote her a song. She did it. We put it up. It got like 25,000 views in the first few days.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, let's write another one. I wrote her another one. That one got about 47,000 views in a few days. And I said, we might be onto something here. And to be honest, I never really knew that she could rap or sing to the magnitude that she actually can. I figured that music was in her. Ever since she was a baby, she's loved music as well as the other 2. But I didn't know she had the capability to actually utilize that gift. And it's just growing. She's released the album January 5th called Roses Volume 1. That was her very first one. It's doing great. Everybody loves her. Everybody keeps asking for more music.
Yeah.
And it's a great thing just watching her grow.
Yeah, and we only pursued the music. I only wanted him to pursue that is because when COVID hit, it halted all of her. She had been casting productions, and everything came to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we were in LA at the time, and we had to come back home. And so I was like, she needs another avenue to kind of let that side out. And she's always been in love with God so much. And so I was like, why don't you write her a song, and so she can share her passion while we're waiting on the next production to open up.
That was brilliant. Now,
Yes.
obviously, she gets her talent from somewhere. So, Dad, you're an entertainer. I'm
Well, I
getting
mean,
I'm getting that vibe. So tell us a
somebody has to
little
be
bit
a
about
star.
your talents, like, and how you contribute. So I know you write the songs.
Yes.
But I think I heard your voice on one of the songs for sure.
Well, I do all the ad libbing on the music. As she comes into her own, I'm backing off. Uh, Even now, we go to the studio now. I don't talk to the engineers anymore. I just sit there and she's telling the engineers what to do.
Yes.
We go in the video
Wow,
set when she's
Bella.
about to shoot the video. I don't tell the videographer what to do. She does all of that, which is crazy. Like I feel like it's no purpose for me anymore. Goodness, my baby's growing up so fast on me. But
Well,
yeah,
you
I
guys
do
are
the ad libs and write all the music.
right. You're her managers, right? I used to call myself a momager. My daughter, she's modeling. So, but you're a
Yes.
you're managing her still, right?
Absolutely. Well, I mean,
Okay.
she has agents and she had another manager, but we just at this present moment we feel like nobody can quite manage her quite the way we can.
Really her.
Yeah, I have to raise my hand. I'm always like, why did you do
All
this
I
like
get to
this?
do is
Let's change this. No, why? Let's
It
change
is what it
that.
is.
So
every song in her life. All of a sudden, she's a
yeah, so I guess you
producer.
could. Yeah, I guess I am. I am.
Okay, well,
So.
let me ask Bella Rose. Let me ask you, who are some of your favorite artists and entertainers that you look up to?
Beyonce and Bruno Mars.
Oh, there's some good ones. Oh
Yeah.
wow, they did a Super Bowl together with Coldplay. I happen to know Coldplay personally, but they
Oh.
yeah. So they did the Super Bowl. They were invited and they really turned it out. If you can get a clip of that, I don't know if she saw that, but they did a great job. It was like maybe 2, 3 years ago. I
Yeah,
can't
it was
remember,
about 2, 3
but
years ago.
that performance was amazing. So now you guys, I noticed the music is faith based. And I think
Yes.
that's wonderful because
Thank
it's a
you.
positive message for our younger children. And it's something you can be proud to let your young children listen to, you know?
Yes.
It's so, but why is that important for you to incorporate a faith-based message into your music?
Why is that important for you, Bella Rose?
To teach people about God and how much I love Him.
Yeah. Yeah,
That,
it's very
that,
important to her.
Yeah.
You know, I tell people all the time I've never met. I own actually a performing arts school, and so I'm around kids all the time. But I've never met a child that loves God the way that she loves God at 5, 6 years of age. I mean, she's just
Genuine.
yes, genuinely loves God. So her biggest thing with the music is she just really wants to share all the amazing things that God has done with her, and just inspire and teach teach others about just believing in yourself and believing in God and having faith. So I mean, I told her, I said, as long as you keep this path, I mean, mommy and daddy will support you any way possible.
Yeah.
So we're here to work for her, and she lets us know sometimes too.
well, you know what? That's exactly it. Our job is to nurture, right? To nurture,
Absolutely.
to coach them, and keep them safe through the process. And we're going to talk about that a little bit too. But tell us more about your new music project, Bella Rose. What do you have coming up?
I'm gonna do more songs and more albums.
All right, that's right.
Like that.
That's cool. That's right. Are you working on a song now?
Yeah,
Like a
so
new
we're in the
song?
process of releasing a couple
Yeah.
new songs, and so he's just been writing up a storm, and I'm like, slow down, Nathaniel. We can't do it all at once. So he's really, really, really excited.
Well,
But she
as
is.
her. Go ahead.
I was going to say, but she has started back acting now because COVID restrictions have lifted. She was just filming a movie 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
2 weeks ago, we were in Atlanta filming a movie. And so she has a couple more acting projects coming up. And so that is now we're having to balance everything because now that COVID is kind of clearing out, now she has both. She has to do acting and the music now, as long as she wants to do both. So.
Now, how do you manage school with all of these projects? How does that work?
So she's actually in an amazing Montessori school right now, and they are very flexible. They have online, for the days that she's not there. She's a straight A student. I was academics are very important to us. They come first to us. She's scoring a great level ahead. She's always attended my school, but this year I decided to let her go to another school just to kind of have that balance there. And she is soaring, and so that will. I always tell her you have to make straight A's like that, or at least do your best. That is very important to us because she wants to be a scientist when she grows up. And I said you could be an actress and a scientist all at the same time. You can fulfill your dreams. That and president, right? I think you told me yesterday she wanted to be the first.
And I want to be a teacher.
And a teacher too. So yeah. So I told her that she has to make sure that she continues to earn the amazing grades that she's earning and can keep putting her best foot forward in school, because school will always come first to us.
Absolutely. Now, what's your favorite part of the process of the music, Bella Rose? Is it the singing? Is it the music videos? Or do you like acting? Do you have a favorite?
It's when I do music. It's like I was meant to do music.
Yes.
All right. I know where you get that from. That's inherited right there. That's amazing.
It's interesting because he's the music person, and I did theater growing up, and in college I went on tours and everything. So it's always kind of this. We're always like hoping she chooses our side a little bit more, but I think the music has stolen her heart.
She couldn't even help it. It's all in her DNA.
Yes.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, what are some of your other talents, Bella Rose? What else do you do?
I also do creative art too.
What creative art? Acting. And what else?
And
dancing.
And I do dancing.
Yes.
You can dance? All right. I wish I could dance. I'm probably the only one in my family can't dance. I don't have any rhythm. They just tell me sit down. I know. I saw that. You're gonna teach me. That's really cool. I love it. Let me ask you, as far as when you come up with an idea for a song, how does that happen? Does it pop in your head? Dad, I guess I'm directing that to you. How do you get a song for her?
So I have 2 producers and 2 engineers, and my producers, they send me tracks all the time. But the track, it has to speak to me. It pretty much writes itself. I just put down on the paper everything that the track is saying to me, if that makes sense. And but when I put it down on the paper, I have to make sure that it comes from a child's perspective, but she's also going to be taken serious as a lyricist. So she won't be saying just anything that any normal kid would say. She's actually giving substance in her music, whether we're talking about God or just issues in life. There has to be some type of substance. Other than that, you're just moving around making noise. Everything that we do, not just her, but we teach all of our girls, everything you do has to be with purpose and on purpose. And if it's not life-changing to someone else, you're ineffective as a person. And so we're serious about that.
Yeah.
That sounds like divine inspiration.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wasn't sure if I could talk about that on here, but we go to church now.
Go for it. You can take us to church today. It's going to be early. Let's go. Let's do it. Well, can you walk us through the process a little bit? I know it's a probably an involved process, but you come up with a song, then what happens? And then what happens after that until you get to the final music video? Can you take a step-by-step through it so other parents who might be wanting to do this will get an idea of what's involved?
So, well, me personally, the songs always come to me either extremely late at night or extremely early in the morning. When it comes, I'll jot it down, of course, jot all my ideas down. Then I go back, I revisit those ideas as I'm listening to the track. And then I have an app on my phone called BandLab. And on that app, I record all of my ideas. And then once I do that, I pick up Bella Rose, we go riding. I'm dropping her off at school or just picking her up from school. I never teach her a song. I just play the song in a vehicle, and she learns it within 2 to 3 days on her own, which is crazy to me. Yeah. It's like these songs are just given just for her. They just I don't know. Is the way that God moves. is unpredictable. You know, because I thought it was going to be given to her a completely different way. I would sit down, try to teach her a song, and we couldn't get anywhere with it. But God is just so unpredictable like that. You know, we just go for a ride, and next thing you know, she knows the song. So after we do that, I see that she's got enough of the song in her. I call one of my guys. We go to the studio. We start putting the tracks down. And I go from one engineer. He does all of the recording in the first mix. Then my second engineer, he does the final mix and final edits and all of that on there. And then he shoots it back to me. And then depending on how we feel about it and see what God has to say about it, that's what's going to determine if it's going to get a video or not. It might not even get put out as such. It might just get placed on an album or just get placed in our phones or something, you know. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, every song that she learns, it gets put out some type of way. But that's my process, you know.
Yeah, I understand. But that's an interesting process. I wouldn't ever thought that she could just pick it up like that. But that's spectacular. It's amazing. Yeah. I love that.
Bella Rose has known how to get home from the preschool ever since she was about 1.5. Her memory is ridiculous. Wow. I can't remember what I had on yesterday, and for the most part, I wear uniforms.
Yes, that photographic memory, yes. Right. Bella Rose, your parents are really proud of you, and I know you love them and love the process. I can tell that you enjoy it. So that's really great. Now, I'm going to direct this to you guys as parents. You know, and I've had a child that was in the entertainment industry, so I'm kind of talking from that experience. And you talked about purpose, but the entertainment industry, it can be rough on children, and it can make them grow up faster than normal. And besides relying on your faith, which is a huge factor, I don't want to discount that at all. What else have you put in place to keep her grounded and keep her from growing up too fast?
This is a conversation I think Nathaniel and I have, quite often, because I don't want to say we were sheltered, but I guess you could say we both grew up slowly and then, traditionally in a conservative church and different things like that. So we are very protective of over her. That is a big thing. And so, things like she will never be without a parent. That is a huge thing for me. We make sure that we vet every opportunity. We don't want her even being affiliated with certain projects.
Right.
I read through the script of every audition that come in, and not to say there haven't been disagreements, because Nathaniel may feel that it's okay for her to take the gospel into any area or vetted areas, of course. Whereas I am more so like, absolutely not. And there is no wiggle room for me right now until she's older, and Bella Rose is 6, but she's very, very, very mature. Everyone always tells us that she's extremely mature, but at the end of the day, she's my 6-year-old. And so as long as she's my baby, she's going to be very well protected, because I've heard, stories, and even just from me acting and going on the road in college, I've seen some things. And so I know that the entertainment industry can be vicious. So we do affirmations with her all the time. We build her up. She doesn't have to look for love anywhere, because she knows that her parents love her. And yeah, daddy. And yeah, we always make sure she has fun with it. The second that she's not having fun with it is the second that we take breaks. We'll slow down unless it's a project that we've signed up for. We'll finish it out, but right after that, we'll do breaks. And where our biggest thing is, we want her to be a child. We want her to have that fun and enjoy life. But this is what she wants to do. She's been asking, how long were you? 3 years of age? She's been asking me to act, and I would say no.
I think I've been asking since I was like 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, she was always asking, and my answer was always no. But then when she went viral, I was like, okay, God, I guess you're talking to me. And so we're gonna be those protective parents, because I have just seen a lot out there. Even when it comes to modeling, it's a lot. It's a lot.
But when it comes to Bella Rose's moves, when it comes to music and acting and all of that, it's forced Money and myself to reevaluate how we view life.
Yeah.
In different aspects, because while we may have the same goal, we might not always have the same route.
Yeah.
And that I feel like that's like brought us closer together due to
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
because the only way to get stronger is to go through a test.
Yeah.
And with all of these different tests that we've come through, it's like I've learned a new side of her, and vice versa, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's built a different type of respect for the relationship. And I'm saying that because it's extremely important to me that all of my daughters see a happy figure when they look at father and mother in
Absolutely.
marriage, because we don't have enough guidance in our community, I feel personally. Positive role models where you still have two parents in a household and they're strong and they love each other. They're not beating up on each other. Nobody's stepping out. Everybody loves God.
Yeah.
I just feel like we don't have enough of that. So it's important to me that we set that model and that standard for our girls so they know how they're supposed to be treated and how they're supposed to treat others.
Absolutely.
That is very important. It's very, very, very important. Now, tell us about your other children. You have two other girls, right? Or
Yes.
two other girls.
Yes. What are your
And-
sisters' names?
Raina and Elia. Raina is 5, and the little one is 3.
The little one.
The little one. The little one. I love that. And how do they feel about Bella Rose? And she's getting all of this attention. We always talk about sibling rivalry. Do you have any of that? Or do they participate? What are their lives like having such a little celebrity in the family?
Well, we try to have them participate in everything. Like
Yes.
in every video that Bella puts out, is always going to be at least Raina, the middle sister,
Yeah.
and Elia.
She can
Now,
be
how
one
old are
next
they?
time, so we have to be careful with her.
Right. How old are
People
they?
that do this fool.
Raina is 5 and Elia is 3.
Okay.
And that's why all of her social media is Bella Rose and Company.
Right.
Because we always want to make sure that it includes the family in some form or fashion. That's why, like the thing said, every video, Raina's even on the album. She's talking on one part, and she was so proud of that. And every time we play it, we like really go really hard on that part. Like, you did such a great job. Because we do understand that sibling rivalry can occur, and we do not want that with our girls. We want them to be super close, and so we got Raina some headshots, and I just submitted her for a project a couple weeks ago because she wants to be a model. She always says, and so we want to make sure that they all feel that love and us encouraging them in whatever it is,
And I found out in a short amount of time of me being a parent that as long as you do everything you can to help your children achieve every dream that they have, they'll never resent each other because they still feel that same love.
Yeah.
So if they come to me with something, well, let's do it. Let's knock it out.
Yeah.
Whether honestly I feel they can do it or not, it doesn't even matter. Just the fact that you brought it to me. If it's on your mind, we're going to go ahead and tackle it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's that nurturing. Yes, absolutely. Now, Bella, you said what's next for you, making a lot more albums and music, but you're doing movies, everything. And Mom and Dad, you might want to chime in. What else can she do? She's doing movies already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's next? I always think of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. When you think of kid celebrities, they had this whole conglomerate of products and dolls and everything. I mean, what can we expect to see from her? Are we going to get merchandise? What's going to happen next?
We're already working on the mercandise.
Yeah.
We started working on that before we released the album.
Yeah,
Also,
we did.
she's going to be president.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Don't forget that. We got to do that.
She has a song called Come Holler, and that was due to VP Kamala Harris being nominated. That's where that song stemmed from. And so she's paying homage to VP Kamala Harris, and she's saying that, now due to seeing that, she can achieve that plus greater. So she doesn't want to be just VP. She want to be president.
Yes.
Yeah. And we want to do. I am an entrepreneur at heart. Like I said, I own a company, and it's been before this company. I own a boutique. I've owned so many different things, and I see now how I needed to learn those skill sets to put things in place. But we want to write books. Full circle, because we want to write books. We've been working on merchandise. The sky's the limit. We're actually living in between Florida and Atlanta now. and that is opening up a lot of more opportunities. So we're in the process of finalizing all of those things. So I mean, the sky's the limit. We are definitely all in. Just seeing the amazing things that she's been able to do thus far, and people reactions. People write us all the time, telling us about their kids and how inspired they are, and how their relative who they didn't know anything about her and lives in Texas, and how they listen to her music. And so just hearing that like pushes us even more to like get up each day and really go for it. And Nathaniel and I mean, we're having very candid conversations. I would say daily. Yeah. Daily on, protecting her and what's the path, and the other girls. And I'm like, Raina looks sad today doing her video. Let's go get her, a new skirt or something. I mean, whatever it is, like we are all in as parents.
Another thing is everything that's thrown at Bella, she always rises to the occasion. Yeah. So it forces me to try to be a better writer for her. Yeah. Because the little preschool stuff she's mastered, and so the tracks get a little bit tougher. She knocks them out, She gets on them, and it's crazy. It's mine, but Bray still smiles every time I think about it, man. I'm supposed to be the one pushing her, but she's always pushing me, and she doesn't even know it.
Yeah. You can definitely learn from the little ones. We can always learn from our children as well. Yeah. So that's well said. So how does it make you feel, Bella Rose, when you hear about this fan mail? I know Mom probably reads you some of it. How do you feel when you know that you're inspiring so many children?
I feel like I'm making peace in the world.
Oh. You are so deep, girl. You are ready. So deep. Wow. And you know what? You probably are. I believe that to my core. You probably are. Now, our time is just about up, but can you please tell our listeners more about how we can find you, your website? I'm also going to put the link to the viral video underneath these videos in our podcast description, so you guys can go back and watch that. But how can we find you, social media and your website?
On all social media is Bella Rose & Co. And that's on everything, Bella Rose & Co. And spell out A-N-D, Bella Rose & Co. Her album is everywhere. It's released everywhere. You can go download it. You can go buy it, whatever you want to do. Just as long as you share it with somebody. Just be a blessing. Give them some good music. Put some good vibes back out in the world, Yeah. But Bella Rose & Co. on everything. Definitely. And on her website, officialbellarose.com. You can go there as well.
What about your YouTube? You want them to subscribe?
You can subscribe to all my videos.
That's right.
Comment down below which one is your favorite.
Awesome.
That helps us to grow. If you like and subscribe to our videos and you're supporting Black businesses, Black talent, make sure you guys hit those likes and subscribes and follows. It really helps us out. And I want to thank you guys for coming on Back Talk today to introduce the world to Bella Rose. So thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to introduce you.
Bye. I want to thank you all for participating and listening to Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine, the talk show and podcast for parents. So share this broadcast with anyone who needs to hear it, and let's get the word out. And be sure to visit our syndicated podcast replays on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Android, and more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to check out our website at successfulblackparenting.com, which is full of great content to help you to thrive and not just survive as a parent. I wish you all the best and much success. Take care.